Hi, National English Honor Society tutors. I wanted to give you a little heads up. We just sent you a bunch of research papers on the Online Writing Center, and I wanted to give you a couple of tips about how to edit those. So let me do this now. Let me take you to the research paper guidelines that the teachers shared with me. I think this will help you out a lot. These are the research paper guidelines. For the thesis, the paper must have a thesis statement that includes theme and 3 controls. I'm going to take a look at a student's real paper here and just highlight the thesis for you. By using footage, interviews, and Rachel demonstrates in her film how common concussions are among sports players and how dangerous concussions can be. Her point of view is also supported by many other writers. I like this part of the thesis. Concussions are common, concussions are dangerous. But the part here, this is what they would call the controls: footage, interviews, and one other thing. And we can see that those match. There's keywords here: footage, let's see, yep, interviews. And then what is the one other thing the student meant? This person emphasizes the danger of concussions. So this next part needs to go back to the thesis. And that's what we would call the controls and the thesis statement. The other thing that needs to happen here is that Rachel is the filmmaker's first name, and we need to make sure that we write Dredson because that's her full last name. Second thing, in terms of organization, it should be well organized and reflect the thesis statement. So these 3 controls, these 3 keywords should be present in each of the paragraphs. The analysis. Students carefully analyze the information and draw appropriate conclusions. 5 to 7 pages. This would be a good idea for you to help the writer out to increase the length of the paper. I think that would be an excellent thing. This student only has 2 pages and they need to make it to 5 to 7. The synthesis. Student has used information from 7 to 8 quality sources. Look here at the works cited list. Now, one of the things this writer needs to do is improve the works cited list. We need the words works cited right up here, and all of these numbers go away. And as we know, in addition to making the number go away, you also have to indent the second line because that is a hanging indent. So make sure that all of the entries are alphabetized and that there is a tab right here so that the second line is indented and there's no numbers. Next thing here, it says that all of the sources have to be documented internally. What that means is that there is a match. Right here, the author's last name should be beside the quote in parentheses. So we should see the words Buckner, Abadanza, Emerson, all of these last names in parentheses up here. So in this case, we need to take out the words Kristen because it should only be Weir in parentheses or Dredson in parentheses because it's only the author's last name. Most of all, make sure that people embed their quotations. Make sure that people are really elaborating. And I think that you can help a lot of students by prompting them about what to say. It seems like this kid has his quotes together. It seems like as a tutor, you could prompt him about more things to say about concussions. You know, this whole research paper is based on a frontline film called Football High. I'll post that to Classroom as well. And this entire piece is about how it's dangerous to play high school football and should we be putting student athletes in this dangerous position. And so I think that you can really use your background knowledge to prompt the student to really extend their analysis. You guys are doing such a great service to your peers as they write these research papers. You know how difficult it can be. So thank you for your careful edits. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions about MLA citation, you can go ahead and look them up. You could even include a helpful website here in the comment. That would be a wonderful thing for a kid to be able to click on a link. So those are some tips I have for you. And I hope that you guys feel really successful editing these papers because I know the students will appreciate it. All right, thank you so much.